Welcome to our tutorial on how to launch a calling campaign. In this video, I will show you how to create and launch a new campaign using ThruTalk. Phone banking is a powerful tool for engaging your audience and creating meaningful conversations at scale. Whether you are reaching out to voters on election day, connecting people with their elected officials, or contacting donors, Through Talk makes it easy to talk to the people who matter most to your mission. To start, you will click on Create New Campaign from the left sidebar within the Through Talk section. There are 5 steps to create a campaign and launch it. In the first step, we will set the basic parameters of the campaign. First, you will need to create a name for the campaign. We recommend using a good naming convention so that it's easy for you and your team to tell what your campaign is about. Let's name our campaign Bartlett GOTV Day. The description will appear for your callers on the assignment page. This is a great place to include instructions or let callers know who to contact if they have questions. In this example, we will remind callers that they can use the script preview to review the script questions before starting their calling session. The start, date, and time determine when the campaign becomes active. For this example, we will set the start time to June 8th, 2025 at 9 a.m. If a campaign is launched before the scheduled start time, callers will be notified that the campaign is live, but they will not have calls to make when they access their assignment. If you want callers to begin right away, make sure the start time is set to the current time or earlier. In this case, we will set it for today at 9 a.m. The end date and time indicate when the campaign will close and no longer be available for callers to access. Keep in mind that the start date cannot be changed after launch, but the end date can be adjusted. If callers need more time to complete their assignments, you can extend the campaign by editing the end date. We are calling contacts on the East Coast, so we will set the time zone to U.S. Eastern. This means the campaign start and end times, along with the daily calling hours, will all follow Eastern Time. Since this is a Get Out the Vote event happening tomorrow, we will leave the end time set to 9 p.m. tomorrow. The daily open and close times determine when callers can begin and end calling each day. If you need to adjust these times after the campaign launches, you can. For now, we will leave the open time at 9 a.m. Eastern and the close time at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, step 2 is where you set up the targeting for your campaign. This is where you build the list of contacts your callers will reach. Start by selecting the calling script that callers will use during sessions. If you need help creating a script, be sure to check out our How to Create a Calling Script video for a step-by-step walkthrough. For segment targeting, you can either add a group or target contacts from a previous campaign. If you select a group, the dropdown will display a list of all active groups you have uploaded into GetThru. If you choose to target a past campaign, the dropdown will show every Through Talk campaign from the past year, including archived campaigns. When targeting your audience using a past campaign, you can apply additional filters to narrow your list. You can filter by call result type, including all contacts, all not attempted, results custom, or all unreachable. For this example, I'm going to select the group MA list. Once you've chosen your base segment, you can add more segments the same way. For more detailed targeting, you can also choose to add to or remove from the existing segments. We call this advanced targeting, and we will cover it in more detail in a separate tutorial. For a deeper dive into targeting, check out our video tutorial, How to Target Your Calling Campaign, or visit our Help Center article, Advanced Targeting in GetThru Talk. Now for the phone number. We want to reach people in Boston, Massachusetts, so we'll select the 617 area code from the region's dropdown. You can choose up to 3 area codes to obtain a phone number. Since number availability varies by region, we recommend adding additional regions in case there are not enough numbers available in your first choice. The system prioritizes regions in the order you list them, starting with the first. It will try to obtain numbers from the first region before moving on to the second or third. For example, using a broader region like Massachusetts All as your second or third option is helpful because it provides a larger pool of area codes. If you do not have a specific area code in mind, you can even set a statewide region as your first choice. You can also combine different regions to increase the chances of securing enough numbers for your campaign. We will add Massachusetts All as our second region and US All as our third region. Next, you can select your preferred dialing order. We will choose ascending and then click Save and Next. Step 3 is where you can set up Patch-Thru for your campaign. Patch-Thru allows you to create a conference to connect contacts with third parties during the calling session. Patch-Thru is commonly used for advocacy campaigns where the goal is to connect constituents with their elected representatives to express their concerns. You can use this step to add the contact details for the third-party target. To add Patch-Thru targets, you will click Add Patch-Thru targets to this campaign. If you already set up Patch-Thru targets in the account via the Patch-Thru directory, you will see them listed here, and you can use the search box to find a specific one and then add them by selecting their name in the dropdown to move them to the chosen target section. However, if you have not set up the Patch-Thru target yet, you can click Create a New Target to add a new one to the account. We're going to add a new target here. We're going to input a city council member, Julia Smith, at 1-757-982-2384. We will set the target type as municipal. For title, we will include Boston City Council member. For the district, we will add Boston. And for the state, we will choose Massachusetts before clicking Create Target. Now that the target is created, we will select that name to add it to the chosen target section. Now we will click Save and Next. Step 4 is where you add callers to your campaign. Under Choose Callers, you will see a list of all users in your organization. You can click on a name to move them into the chosen callers list. In this example, I'm going to add Heather as a caller. If you choose to skip adding callers during the campaign setup, you can still add them later by sharing the caller invite link after the campaign is launched. This link is enabled by default during setup. Please note, the invite link cannot be enabled once the campaign is active, so we recommend leaving it on during creation in case you need it later. Now, when we click Save and Next, we move to the final step, Review. This is your opportunity to double check everything you've set up. If you need to make changes, just click on the step you want to edit and then return to the review page. Once you're sure everything looks correct, scroll to the bottom and click Launch Campaign. For this example, we will click Launch Campaign. Once clicked, the button text will update to indicate the campaign is in a launching state. When the campaign becomes active, callers will automatically receive an email notification letting them know that they have an assignment. You will also see the campaign status change from draft to active, confirming that notifications have been sent and the calling campaign is ready for callers to begin. And that is how you launch a campaign in ThruTalk. If you have any questions, please check out our Help Center or reach out to us at support@getthru.io.